job. There isn't anybody better. Give me a job. I want to be professional like you.
Hi, and welcome to a new edition of Workaholics, where one of our Italian contestants can win a real dream job. Now, one of the things I hear very, very often from Italians in general, is that in the workplace it's very difficult to understand people on the telephone. They can't see the lips move, or there are certain terms that we use on the telephone in English which are extremely important, because if you don't understand them, then you had better not answer the phone, basically. So, we covered this extensively in Speak Now for Work. I would like to know, how well were you watching, and how well were our contestants watching about, going on about English on the telephone? First of all, as always, I'd like to briefly introduce you to our contestants. First of all, we have Stefano from Milan. Yeah. Then we have our wonderful hairdresser, Milva Immaculata Tozzi from Pavia.
Ciao belle donne di Pavia, guardate che me vi combino aggressivi se venite nel negozio della Milva. Una roba così esagerata, per voi un bello sconto. Rispetto.
Esagerata, proprio le parole che cercavo anch'io. Poi abbiamo da Villa Literno, the province of Caserta, near Naples, Paulo Smito.
Hey, allora, allora.
And ladies and gentlemen, I know that sometimes, actually people, we've had letters. And so, okay, you're right. And now I've been unfair. And I want to introduce our wonderful, what does she do?
Oh, be nice.
How do you say it in English? She just puts numbers on the board. I mean, has that got a name?
Can't you just introduce me?
All right. Christy from...
New York, John.
New York, John. New York. All right. Can I... Okay. So, English on the telephone. And this week, we're talking about how you should prepare yourself for a call. È sempre meglio, prima di fare una chiamata, di fare una preparazione, così non ti sorprendono. Non soltanto quello che devono dire, ma tu cosa devi dire a loro. So, the question is, how should you prepare yourself for a phone call for work?
Ooh, I know this one.
I'm so happy for you.
See?
But you're not playing. Right, Milva.
Okay, you should make a list of the most important points you want to make and a list of answers to possible questions you could be
never pronounce W in answer.
Answer.
Try again.
So you should make this list.
Yeah, go slowly, yeah.
Okay. You should make this list of the
What do you mean this list? You mean a list?
A list of the most important points you want to make and the list of possible answers to possible questions you could be asked by the other person.
Per farvi capire meglio, dovetti preparare un elenco di tutte le cose che hai che hai bisogno da dire, si chiama un checklist, e poi anche pensare bene delle risposte a possibili eventuali domande che ti faranno loro. Quindi io farei 10 points a me!
Come a te?
What, Johnny Sfigato. Okay, Sfigato. He obviously didn't write it. What's Sfigato? Is it like a sci-fi cat? I don't know.
It could be a kind of cake.
It's you, John.
Well,
gatto,
someone,
a gatto.
you know, someone I think needs to grow up a little bit. Can we put the scores, please? Add me, 10 points to me.
I didn't know you were playing.
I want to win a dream job, actually. Anyway, Paulo, in the meantime, have you got anything to add?
Well, actually, yes, I do have something to add. For example, I think that on the phone, one of the most important things is to have a nice tone of voice, like mine, for example. Because if you answer the phone, you've got a voice like that, nobody really wants to listen to you, do they? I mean, you don't want to listen to us, you know, that kind of voice. You want to listen to somebody who's reassuring with that nice, you know, composed tone about it.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I haven't got that written down,
Okay.
but I'm going to give you 10 points. 10
wow.
points to him, please. 10 points. Give 10 points to Milva,
Oh.
who's sulking.
You better.
All right. Shall we make it 30? Let's try and make it 30. Shall we make it 30?
Sì, make it dirty.
Did you say see? Do you mean to see the? You have to make a call as if you can see the other caller on the other side of the phone?
Sì.
See! 10 points even to Stefano. So we're already neck and neck. Very exciting. Next question. If you don't know, parliamo di emails, okay? If you don't know who is going to read your email, how do you address it? Who do you address the email to? Milva?
Dear somebody?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Everybody?
No. Stop. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Okay, Stefano. Paulo. It wasn't funny when she did it. It was less funny when he did it, and now it's just completely ridiculous. Could you just answer the question, please?
Well, why don't you do it?
Look,
the deep breath
it's very
thing.
simple. If you send an email to someone, you don't know who's going to read it, what do you have to put at the beginning?
Okay, well, if it's an email which is addressed to a lot of people, you write, Dear Sirs. If it's a letter or an email, in this case to a woman, then you write either Mrs. or Ms. And if you don't really know who it's addressed to, you write, well, to whom it may concern.
Nearly. We don't write Mrs. anymore, or Miss. We only write MS. Mr. for a man, MR.
Okay.
For a lady, MS piccolo, M maiuscolo, S piccolo, punto. Why?
Oh, that's right. You corrected me there. Well, this all really goes back to the 1960s. It's a socio-political phenomenon which took off there. What we're looking at is, I suppose, Anglo-American society in the 1960s. You know, I mean, it was a different world at that time. When people made applications for jobs, I mean, the whole thing was different. For example, let's take the case of a woman who made an application for a job. At the bottom of the letter, she would have written either Mrs. or Miss. That's where I got a bit confused earlier on. Either Mrs. or Miss. Now, you can imagine if you're a manager of a big, budding multinational company in the 1960s, that if they actually took in that application, they'd look at the bottom of the letter and they would see either Mrs. or Miss. Now, if they see Mrs., what are they going to think? They're automatically going to think that this woman is married, therefore children are on the way. We're not going to hire her. So they would most probably go for the Miss, also because you never know what's going to go on in the office afterwards. However, Germaine Greer and the other feminists all put that to bed in the 1960s or 1970s, as I say. And, well, do you want me to go on, or shall I just, do I get the points? Do I get the points for that? Do I get the points?
Oh, well, I'd like to give you 10 points for that really brief explanation, very detailed explanation, but I won't give you 10 points, I'm afraid, or 20, or 30, 40 points!
Ma come? 40 points!
What?
Ma come 40 points?
No, you're right. 50 points! Give me that point. It was a textbook answer.
Bella Napoli.
Christy!
Christy, we'll see you later, darling, all right?
Do something!
Okay.
Like what?
Do something, please!
Ah, she did something. Good. Now, quando devi chiedere a una persona, passami un'altra persona al telefono, in English, how do you ask to be passed to somebody else on the telephone? Go on.
Could you put me through Mr. Smith, please?
Try again, in English.
This was English.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Could you put me through Mr. Smith?
Il preposizione to è fondamentale. So, could you put me through to Mr. Smith, please?
Yes.
Do you agree?
I agree with that. That's a good point. Good point, John.
Okay, and how do you ask someone to kindly wait?
Oh, when I have an English customer who must wait because I have to see if I can fit him, I say,
Fit him in? Il phrasal verb is to fit in, no?
yes,
Farci stare nell'agenda così, però ci vuole il soggetto in mezzo, quindi to fit, soggetto in. Riproviamo tutta la frase.
okay. When I have an English customer who must wait because I have to see if I can fit him in, I say, please hold on a moment.
Perfect.
Thank
and so when you get an English customer, you have to see if you can fit him. How many English customers do you get?
Nobody? Never.
Okay. And what would you say after you return from the call? How would you thank that person for waiting?
I would say, thank you for holding.
50 points.
Trufo! Trufo! Come on, that's a trufo.
Trufo!
And now for the last part of this bit, thank God. Very often you will make a call and you will hear an answering machine. Now there will be a typical answering machine, English, and I'd like to know, each of you, one by one, how you are going to answer this message. How you're going to leave a message, rather, okay?
Yes.
Paulo, listen to the message and then leave your message.
Hello, this is Sally Baker speaking. Sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you prefer, just leave a message after the tone. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Sally, this is Derek. Oh, sorry, I mean Paolo. Paulo. Alora! So yeah, what was his name again?
Sally.
Sally.
Sally, yeah.
That's the end of your 30 seconds. Wonderful, really. Stefano, are you ready? You have 30 seconds to leave your message after this.
Hello, this is Sally Baker speaking. Sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you prefer, just leave a message after the tone. Thank you.
Go!
Allora,
No. Milva, answer the damn message.
Hello,
sì.
this is Sally Baker speaking. Sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or if you prefer, just leave a message after the tone. Thank you.
Hello, Sally. This is Milva from the Paradise Style Salon. 25% discount for old people. You can get me at 344-565-656. That number again, 344-565-656. Thank you.
Oh, wow. 10 points. Absolutely fantastic. Another important thing. Spesso non si capisce cosa sta dicendo l'altra persona al telefono, whether they're English or American or German or whatever. If you don't understand what the other person is saying, what should you do, Paulo?
Laugh?
Obviously not. Try again.
No, okay, well, what I think you should do is this. You should be honest. I mean, most people think that if they admit they don't understand certain words in English, that they may be ridiculed. But that's just not true. An English or American person will generally appreciate your honesty and make an effort to make him or herself understood.
That is an absolutely superb answer. 10 points.
Oh, Paolo, bravo!
Ciao amici di Speak Now for Work da Andrea Sambucco.
E Cristi Peruso.
Quante volte vi è capitato di non essere capaci di vendere i prodotti che reclamizzate?
Sì, infatti succede sempre a lui.
E oggi abbiamo il prodotto che migliorerà il vostro modo di lavorare. Volete imparare a vendere in modo efficiente? Non c'è problema.
Fallo fare a qualcuno più bravo di te.
No, dovete iscrivervi al corso Good Seller.
Sigla!
Mondial, mondial, mondial world.
Con il corso pratico Good Seller, vendere il vostro prodotto sarà facilissimo. Vi basterà seguire una piccola semplice regola.
Imbrogliate i clienti.
A noi piace dire regalate loro un sogno. A volte la realtà è grigia e banale, ma se ci metti un pizzico di fantasia, tutto sembrerà magico. Il formaggio che vendi è scaduto? Inserisci la dicitura sapori antichi di una volta. Tuo nonno Luigi è l'ultimo di 14 figli? Vendi i suoi soprammobili dicendo che sono di Luigi XIV. What do you think?
I think that you're a liar and a cheat.
Great!
Ok.
Noi di Good Seller inoltre ti insegneremo come convincere i tuoi clienti ad avere fiducia in te.
O se nessuno compra i tuoi prodotti, li chiamiamo direttamente noi.
Compra i suoi prodotti o morirai.
E se proprio non riesci a vendere nulla, ti spiegheremo i trucchi più facili, lavorando, vero Cristi?
Sì, oppure noi ci vendiamo la scatola di computer con dentro un mautone.
Bene, stop alle telefonate. Stop alle telefonate. Quante telefonate?
Nessuno.
Come nessuno? Perché non comprate i nostri prodotti?
Perché i tuoi prodotti fanno schifo.
Ma come fanno schifo? Oh, li voglio rovinare.
Ogni volta.
Li voglio rovinare. Allora, se comprate i nostri prodotti Good Seller in più, vi diamo a soli 100 euro un megafono per vendere la roba in strada, una macchina per fare gli addominali, un aspiraclienti,
Ok, ma non c'entra
una
niente.
mountain bike senza cambio. Poi, allora, vi diamo questo mattone in testa, se serve, e in più un set di pentole in più, un set di pentole e anche un materasso con dentro mia nonna. No, il materasso è di mia nonna con dentro. Oh, sono stanco.
I know, come here.
Sono stanco, io non volevo fare questo lavoro. Io volevo fare il parrucchiere.
Vieni qua, ti faccio fare i miei capelli.
Sì.
Mondial, mondial, mondial world.
Okay, now to the most important part of this show. In fact, I consider it to be so important, I'm giving extra points for any correct answers. Welcome to the most important round, on the phone. In this part of the show, we are going to take real calls from real English and American callers. Let's have a look at the first call. There is a call from someone who wants to speak to your boss. Now the problem is your boss is in a meeting and your boss gave very precise instructions that he didn't want to be disturbed. Milva,
Yes.
take this call.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello? Milva speaking. May I ask who's calling?
Yeah, hi. It's Carl Reese from New York. Could I speak to Mr. Dangerfield, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Reese, but Mr. Dangerfield is in a meeting at the moment. Can I take a message?
No. It's really urgent. Please put me through. I really got to speak to him, ma'am.
I'm sorry, really, but Mr. Dangerfield specifically asked me not to disturb me. If you leave a message and a number, I will make sure he calls you as soon as he finishes his meeting.
Okay, listen. Could you give me his mobile phone number, please, and I'll call him tonight?
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not authorized to do that. I will make sure he calls you, though.
Okay. You're not being very helpful, though, lady, I have to say.
Sir, I really am sorry, but you are asking me to do things that, which are just out of my power, and I don't think it's fair that you get angry with me.
You're right. I'm sorry. Okay. Have him call me as soon as possible.
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
What do you think of that? 10 points.
Oh, thank you.
No, I thought that was excellent. Now.
Just 10 points.
All right, don't push it, okay? Stefano, your boss from London, okay, is calling you to organize a meeting for next week. Now, there are some things I would advise you to get straight. For example, flights, hotels. Can somebody accompany you or not? He may ask you what time you're arriving, where you're staying. All of these things have to be sorted out. Now, I do appreciate that you haven't had time now to prepare a checklist of the things that you need to ask, or the possible things he might ask you, so you could have some answers ready. But I'm sure you'll do fine. Just remember, get your hotel sorted out. Get your flights sorted out, okay? Is the ticket going to be sent by email? Is it a physical ticket? These things you have to know. So, here we go. Mr. Stefano from Milan, take this call.
Hello? Hello? Stefano Rossi?
Per me. Hello?
Hi Stefano. Look, we're going to need you in London next week for the new market strategies meeting. Is that okay?
Okay.
What do you think about that? Yeah, that's what I thought too. Go on, 10 points.
Ma scusa.
Okay.
Now, Paulo, are you ready?
Yep.
Take this call from Texas.
Could I speak to Mr. Smitto, please?
Mr. Spitto speaking.
Yeah, hi there. I'd just like to know who I should send the satin order to.
You could send it to me. Just put Paulo Smitto, then CO, which stands for care of, plus the company name and address.
Okay, that's really cool. Thank you. That's great.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, look, listen. Hey, did I ever tell you that you're incredible? Yeah, talented, but humble. Genius, but modest. You are a credit to the human race.
Oh, no, stop it. That really is very embarrassing.
No, son, listen to me. Are you a real athlete? I mean, are those legs really yours? You've been playing soccer for so many years, and you're so, handsome, intelligent, witty, urbane, pulchritudinous. Whatever you want to say.
No, I didn't really.
Well, look, listen. I'm telling you, boy, that you are the bee's knees.
I think we've entered a new low. I don't ever. You know what? I think we should just Watch this.
Ciao, sono Andrea Peter Sambucco e dopo aver insegnato l'inglese agli italiani voglio insegnarlo a voi mucche. È infatti uscito Speak Cow. Prima lezione. The dying cow. Mucca morendo. Prova a dire Moo. Brava! Adesso prova a dire Birmingham. Così. Birmingham. No, non funziona, era meglio con gli italiani.
Ha un importante ruolo da manager pubblicitario, ma è incapace.
Allora, che cosa ha pensato per le campagne pubblicitarie del nostro cliente?
Una donna nuda sulla spiaggia.
Ma vendono bare?
Una bara sulla spiaggia.
Crea slogan poco originali.
Bevi aranciata a sprizzi, è buona! Detersivo Flush, pulisce, eh? Cioccolato Mocco, ti fa venire meno brufoli.
Ha un incarico di grande responsabilità, ma non riesce a gestirlo.
Sta per arrivare il nuovo stagista. Lo faccio entrare?
No, parlaci tu.
Un manager top level, esperto di comunicazione, che non riesce a comunicare.
Dottore, lo chiama lei il signor Bianchi?
Non so usare il telefono.
Prende decisioni sbagliate.
Abbassate i prezzi.
Ma sono orologi di lusso. Così non li comprerebbe nessuno.
Allora togliete qualche lancetta.
Ma tutta questa inefficienza salta agli occhi e cominciano a girare strane voci.
Ma come mai è lì? Cosa ha di tanto speciale?
Perché proprio lui?
Finché un giorno qualcuno glielo chiede.
Ma perché ti hanno dato un incarico di così tanta responsabilità?
Ma che cos'hai tu che gli altri non hanno?
E sono il figlio del capo.
Ah.
Il figlio del capo, al cinema e prossimamente anche sul tuo posto di lavoro.
Sì, papà, tutto bene. Ho anche imparato a usare il telefono. Ho uno slogan per gli orologi bellissimo. Orologi che non vedevi l'ora. Pronto, papà? Papà?
First of all, I'd like to apologize in the name of the whole production team and anyone who's connected with Workaholics in any way, because, you know, one thing that I insist on is integrity, and I think that Paulo's dishonest, terrible behavior was unacceptable. But, you know, he's noble enough to understand, he's apologized, but unfortunately, he goes to minus 70 points, which I think is
Generous.
actually
Very generous, yeah.
generous, yeah.
Thank you.
Now we're talking about presentations. Many people have problems with presentations. It's not easy to get up in front of people and talk. What advice, and this is the first question, what advice would you give a colleague who's a little bit nervous about, nervous in English is agitato, non nervoso, okay? Who's a little bit nervous about a presentation? Milva.
Oh, I will tell him to be honest.
Did you say, what did you say?
I would tell him to be honest.
Senza non pronunci l'H.
Honest.
Okay.
Okay? Because if you are nervous, you should say, hello, everyone. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't sleep last night thinking about this presentation. I hope it was worth it.
Did you hear that, Paulo?
Yes.
The importance of being honest?
Yes, I
Did you hear
understand. I understand the message.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was good, and I thought it was even...
Yes, because they will love you.
Yeah, I agree.
They will love your honesty. And
All right,
most
we
of
understood.
them, they will
Come
be
on.
able to relate
It's
to
honesty.
you because everybody
Honesty.
is nervous before their first presentation.
Paolo, I don't think I can trust you anymore.
What, because you could trust it before?
Can we talk
Anyway.
about this in the bathroom later, maybe?
Now, I would give Milva 20 points
Oh,
for her honesty.
thank you.
There
Now, let's
you
not
go.
make an issue of it. Let's not be, too over-ethical about things.
Take
Come
another
on.
10 points off the liar, please.
Yes.
Another 10 points off the
Another,
liar.
another. Go, Christian.
I didn't think you told lies. Paulo Smito from Naples. Anyway, so, Paulo. Listen, I'm not a hard man. I like to think I can forgive in life. So I'm going to give you a chance to make up for, compensare, to make up for those horrible, unnecessary lies that you told, not just to me,
Sei fortunato.
not just for Milva. He doesn't even know where he is, so that doesn't matter. But especially for someone who really cared about you and
Managia capatoia. Sorry.
che ti ha portato la capatoia. Ho capito così. Anyway, calm down. So now, I'm going to ask you a very difficult question.
Okay, I appreciate this. I appreciate this. You know that.
You can claw back 10 points with this, okay? Are you ready? Okay. I'd like you to tell us something about mental preparation for presentations. Go.
Okay. Mental preparation for presentations. Well, what we're really looking at here is physical preparation for presentations. Because, for example, every time I do a presentation, first of all, I make sure when I'm at home that I go through at least a 3-hour workout. I work out. I do. I work out a lot. And that helps me. That sort of focuses my mind when I'm standing in front of other people. And it means I've got rid of all that anxiety which I had when I wake up in the morning, That's important. So what we're really looking at, the first step towards mental preparation is physical preparation. Work out.
Fantastic. I think that's absolutely amazing. 20 points.
Yes!
20 points. Allora indeed. I'm going to give you another chance.
Another one.
Yes, I am. For another 20 points now.
But why always 10 to me and 20 and 20 and 20 to him?
Yeah. Do you mind? Do you agree that we should ignore her?
By all means.
Thank you. I want to know more about planning, Paulo. What should you do before you start writing a presentation?
Well, obviously, what we're looking at here is the planning stage. Before you do any kind of preparation in front of other people, you've got to be focused on what you're saying. To be focused on what you're saying, you must have gone through those 5 or 6 key points which people want to listen to. I often put myself into the position of people who are listening to me in the auditorium. And I think, well, what would they want to hear? And then I draw up those points, I record myself, I listen to myself, and then if I'm happy with what I've done, that's what I will do in my presentation.
Are we forgiving him now?
I don't know.
Hey, babe.
We'll see.
We'll talk about it later.
Do you know what? That was an unbelievable, that was just a perfect answer. If you were also honest in your life, you would just be perfect. What do you think about that? Another 20 points. Go for it.
Laura!
Yeah. I want you to write his name on every wall in the city. Paulo the Liar. Milva.
Think about your audience. I love them.
Are you telling me to think about my audience, or are you saying that you should think about your audience when you make a presentation?
The second one.
Good. Well, it's still not enough.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Okay. Before a presentation, think about who you're speaking to. Keep each point to one slide and don't have too much on each slide. And don't use too much animation on your slide. It will distract you from what you're saying.
Paulo the Liar.
What I want to know is this. How do you know so much about presentations, Milva?
Because sometimes I present my salon at fairs and conventions.
Oh, And how big is this salon?
What do you mean? Have you got something useful to add?
Well, yeah, actually I have.
What?
As it happens.
Come on then, liar.
All right, okay. Imagine that you are sitting in the audience, listening to your own presentation. What I was saying before. I mean, why are you interested? What do you want to know? What needs to be explained in more detail? It's always good to put yourself in the other person's shoes. And remember, a picture can be worth 1,000 words. Use a diagram or a chart. Not a chant, I mean a chart to present statistical information. But keep those charts simple. Focus on the main points you want to make, like sales have been rising for the last 3 months, and so on.
I don't know what you had for breakfast, but that was amazing. I couldn't have put it better myself.
I know.
So now, I think we should have a look at the scores. First of all, I think that was worth 40 points. So he's back to 0.
What about me?
Well, I'm getting to you.
Okay.
I'm talking about him now. Stop being so
It's
egotistical.
not all you, Milva. It's not all
No, it's not
you.
all about you and her, by
It's
the way.
me
'cause I
as
know
well,
where you get it
and
from.
him.
Anyway, so we have Milva on 80 points. And then we have a very close match. Oh no, Stefano on 20 points because he doesn't lie or tell the truth. He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And then we have Paulo the liar back on 0. Okay, before we leave you, we have a very, very important message.
Benvenuti amici di Easy to Cook, come vedete oggi ci troviamo a casa mia e vi insegnerò a preparare una semplice e veloce specialità tutta italiana per quelli che lavorano e non hanno troppo tempo per cucinare. Ingredienti, il solito tavolo da cucina, poi vi serve un piatto con delle penne.
E dammi il piatto che ho fame! Ma quanto ci metti ogni volta? È la tavola che hai preparato!
Sì.
A me fanno schifo le penne!
Erano le penne all'arrabbiata. Easy to Cook, alla prossima.
Voglio fish and chips!
Cos'è? Buongiorno a tutti da Felice Nasdaq, vediamo la situazione economica, c'è grande fermento per la Tobin Tax, in più sono in asta di volatilità le azioni della scatola che controlla le obbligazioni azionarie di banca. Ovviamente non so che cosa ho detto. L'indice MIB è debole, l'indice Dow Jones è flebile, mentre l'indice Yo-Yo è appeso a un filo. Inoltre l'indice Nikkei ha fatto crack, l'indice Hang ha fatto patatrack, mentre l'indice Chihuahua ha fatto na 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 na, lo fa spesso. Seduta molto nervosa per i listini europei, ma solo perché le poltroncine erano davvero scomode. Ma veniamo al debito greco che tiene col fiato sospeso tutta l'Europa. Notizia di ieri, è fallita anche la maggiore produttrice di bibite greche, la Cicuta SPA, ma Socrate non ci crede, io questa non me la bevo, pare abbia dichiarato. Concludiamo con la situazione italiana, euro in rialzo, greggio in calo, stabile Iacchetti. Bene, da Felice Nasdaq è tutto, anzi felice Nasdaq a tutti!
And there you have it. Now don't forget that next time is the last time. And we will find out who of our noble, beautiful contestants will win a real dream job. But until then, see you next time.
Next time.
Tell him to shut up, please.
Work out, honey.